This must be the place, Frankie. Hello! Hey, you Joe?
What's up? Kind of working on a little junk here.
We speak the same language.
Yeah, junk.
How you doing, my friend?
Good, good.
See ya.
Good.
Danielle said you are the sweetest man in Tennessee.
Yeah, good.
She said you've been collecting for a long time.
Nearly 60 years.
Oh, Lord. She said you had a real passion for anything that's run by steam.
We got a lot to look at.
All right, let's do
We
it.
got a lot to look
right.
at, and we gonna look.
Am I gonna get dirty? I hope so.
35 buildings.
We gotta go.
All right.
It was amazing to see that much stuff. I mean, he had old train cars, he had old steam engines, he had old architectural stuff. It's incredible. A lot of stuff here, Joe. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. When Frankie and I cruise into any barn and there's a bunch of old motorcycles in it, that's a good day to be a picker.
What's the story on your motorcycle here?
It's a Harley frame. Got
Yeah.
a chrome 750 engine. It was fuel injection on there.
Mm-hmm.
And that bike runs like top.
Like a top? I thought, here we go. He has a Honda 750 chopper. I am really into 1970s motorcycle pieces like that. When's the last time it was licensed, Mike?
No plate on
The
it.
license on, you got a title on it?
No title. I traded. Some of these bikes ain't got no titles.
Well, if they don't got titles, they're just pretty much parts bikes, you know. Something without a title is a definite no-no. If you don't have a title, sometimes it creates just a big hassle. The item could be worth $200. It might cost you $500 to get a title for it. What do you gotta have for something like this?
I couldn't take no less than about 5,500 for it.
5,500? Mm-hmm. When he said $5,500, I thought I was gonna have to get the smelling salts out. Those bikes retail for $2,500 at best. No way we could pay that kind of price. I'm not having any luck on this trip. I need a break. That's when I spotted the Moto scoot. Ooh, this is cool. What can you tell me about this?
A Moto scooter between World War I and World War II out of Chicago.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that's old.
No seat. The Moto Scoot is a very rare scooter. They were made by a very small little company in Chicago during the Depression, and not many of them were made. Push out a little bit here, Mike. Let's see what you're looking at.
What do you got here? This thing had an awesome look to it.
What's the tank look like, Mike? Fresh as the day it was made?
It's pretty clean.
Pretty clean?
Pretty
Okay.
clean. 99.9% of it was there. We had to try to buy it.
What are you thinking? I mean, are you ever gonna use it?
I won't take 15 bills for it.
Oh, I could never do that. You know, Joe had some really nice items here, but the problem was what he had that he thought was nice was very overpriced. How about $850?
I just can't do that. 1500?
1,500?
1,500.
Well, there's
$1,500.
Joe was at 15, Frankie was at 850. I mean, it was funny seeing Frank go up against a guy with so much knowledge and had been doing this for so long.
I mean, I like it, Joe. It's cool. I mean, I see a lot of things here I don't know if you're doing anything with.
Any line that Frankie threw at him, Joe had heard it before.
It's getting dark. I've been bit by mosquitoes all day long. This is it.
This is the best part of the pick, the dance.
I'll do $1,000 on it, and that's my best offer.
I don't know about that.
I mean, I'm at 1,000 or I'm checking off down the road. If I don't make this deal on this Moto Scoot, I'm gonna have to hear about it all the way back to Iowa. That's cash.
Don't one I've ever seen.
Well,
75 years old. But I'm on trade with you.
we'll do 1,000?
1,000.
All right.
$1,000.
Finally, I catch a break.
All right, Frankie.
Is that delivered? At the beginning, I didn't think he was gonna go for the $1,000. But at the end, I was really glad he did. Yeah! I love this scooter. It's early, and you just don't see them.
Like it. It's got nice lines.
I bought the Moto Scoot for $1,000. I'm thinking to the right guy, $1,700 to $2,200.
This is where all the magic happens, Joe.
Joe was a great character, man. I mean, he was the kind of guy that I liked to talk to when I was a little kid because he had so many stories and he'd been collecting so long that he had some great old stuff. The old stuff is getting harder and harder to find.
Joe, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, we had a good time.
Had a good time.
Come back.
Hey,
We'll be back.
Thank you.
All right, I'll see you later.
All right. All right, this looks like it's it right here.
I mean, it's a nice size house. Doesn't look like that big a house. Yeah.
Yellow.
Hey, how are you? I'm Mike.
I'm MJ.
I'm Frank. How you doing?
I'm good.
We're looking for Arie.
He's in here.
Okay.
Y'all can come on in.
All right, go
Alrighty.
ahead, Frankie.
Hey, Arnie.
Dang, you guys got some football helmets, huh?
As soon as you walk through the door, this guy's collection punches you right in the face.
Whoa, this place is packed.
He's got sports memorabilia. He's got superhero stuff. He's got movie memorabilia. I mean, it's everywhere.
Hey, Arie. Hey, I'm Mike. Talking to Danielle.
Arnie, how you doing, Frank?
Most people have wallpaper. This guy has his collection.
What's with the football helmets?
Well, I'm a little OCD. Actually, I'm way OCD, and that's one of those things I started collecting. I really like them. Being obsessive compulsive, you get one, you need two, then you got to complete a set. So that's kind of how I got started. The old helmets are very valuable, especially you get some of the stuff in the 70s and back, the face masks, the hardware on those stuff's really, really high dollar.
So how'd you get into all this?
You know, I really don't know. It was one of those things when I was a kid. It was, you know, we started digging bottles and going out hunting. It's like being young Jim Hawkins from Treasure Island. It's a treasure hunt. You're out, you're looking for this stuff, and anticipation of the moment, finding the stuff is better sometimes than finding it. And also the people. I mean, you get to meet some really cool people doing this.
Show us around a little bit.
Okay, so I saw the Wicked Witch over here.
Yeah, we've also got one that's animatronic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. When I bought the house, 25 years ago, started renovating it, and then, just wanted to add this and wanted to add that. And that was how I got rid of my personal demons, was building stuff, and adding on, and that was my pastime. Plus, it gave me space to store more stuff.
Yeah. Well, I see you got every inch of this place is covered. Right now, we're walking through a connection to the next door neighbor's house that you bought.
Yeah. One of the next door neighbors' houses we bought.
How many houses did you buy?
3.
3.
There's no rhyme or reason to it. It's built like a maze. I'm just surprised that Arnie doesn't get lost.
Wow, this just kind of goes on and on. I'm glad you're here to show us around because I think we get lost.
Darn right.
Yeah, we had a drunk librarian get lost here for about a day.
Did you?
Yeah. This is the basement.
Wow.
Man.
So we get back in here. This is one of the first things we did. This is, the original house was built in 1903.
Okay.
And we had to tear out, the old concrete foundation, which 100-year-old concrete is
Heavy-duty stuff.
I mean, this basement was completely unfinished. It was almost kind of a little bit like Freddy Krueger's house, if you will. It was kind of creepy, so we dig it down, get some drainage, and then put some walls up to
put pictures up.
To hang pictures up, yeah. The layout of the house, it was always kind of magical to me. Guys, y'all want to go out and maybe see some basketball court, maybe a couple of the cars? Yeah.
So this is all another add-on, this another build-up.
Yeah, this goes into the house where we actually tore it down and rebuilt it as a basketball court.
Okay.
We just kept adding on and building stuff, and just grew out of my mind. I mean, didn't really have a set plan, just drew it out in the dirt and started building. Here's our basketball court, guys.
Jeez.
No way.
It's a major room inside here. It's like when a little kid builds a fort or a tree house, but Arnie's doing it with whole buildings.
You get the sense that this is exactly the house that Arnie always wanted.
This is super cool, man. You've got the scoreboard.
This is awesome.
You've got the Def Leppard flags everywhere. Arnie, where'd you get that kiss? Now, I've never seen that one.
That was another convention find, man.
That was convention find, huh? What's your favorite song?
Probably either Love Gun or...
There you go, there you go, there you go, there you go.
I think I just met my new best friend.
First time I heard Kiss was in 1977.
Detroit Rock City. The thing that me and Arnie are connecting with the most, he's an 80s hair metal guy.
Arnie's living his own fantasy right now. He's playing to a sold-out Madison Square Garden. He's tearing it up.
Frank being the hard rock kind of guy, loving Kiss and Def Leppard and those kind of things. It was a lot of fun, talking that stuff with him. The Kiss Army and, the Def Leppard Rock Brigade. It's just a lot of fun, man.
That's a beauty. Who painted the square?
I can't think of his name. That's actually an artist proof, 8 of 10. I can't think of the guy's name all of a sudden. He was at Dragon Con a few years ago. He had several of those there, and when I saw it, I had to have it.
Destroyer is the 4th album by Kiss. It came out in 1976 and was their first record to go platinum. I stood in line to meet Kiss back in the day, but when I seen this picture, I'm like, this is something I'd like to have. This is a rare artist proof. I've never seen one before. Is that something you'd sell?
$200.
It's done really nice. I don't have a lot of Kiss stuff, but this isn't something that's mass produced. Time to buy something when you see it. 200. All right, I'll take it. It's going up my personal man cave, and I'll always think about the great time I had with Arie.
I'm gonna kind of cry about it. It was one of those just fantastic pieces that I'm really gonna miss, and Frank better treasure it, because I'll come to Iowa and kick his butt if he doesn't.
All right, yeah, I don't want to get this bad boy wet here. You never know, it could short circuit out.
Arnie wasn't afraid to chase his dreams, and every once in a while, he was lucky enough to catch one of them.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, God bless you, man.
We had so much fun looking around. I mean, it means a lot to me when someone, a true collector, comes and looks at my stuff and says, hey, I'm not into that, but I get it and I love it, and thanks for, bringing us in.
Kiss Army! Take a walk down memory lane.
Excuse the mess.
No, this isn't messy for us.
These are what I really like.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
This is the largest collection of Mark's toys on display anywhere in the world. Collecting toys is a favorite.
I hope there's no cure.
There's like so much stuff to see in here. I love it. You know you're getting older when the toys that you played with as a kid are now considered antiques.
So, Francis, is everything I'm looking at here for sale, or?
A lot of stuff is for sale. Here's a really nice toy. This one was made in Great Britain. You don't see too many Mark's toys made in Great Britain.
A lot of these toys I've had or still have, but the Goofy toy, I don't have this one.
Missing one ear.
Yeah. It is missing one ear, but the ears are made out of rubber. You can make them and put it back in, or you can just leave it the way it is. Does it work?
Oh! It's kind of a funny toy with his legs going everywhere.
Yeah, it's so cool. Beep, 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 beep.
Kind of reminds me of my wife going around circles all the time.
Is this something you'd sell?
Yeah, I would sell. $475.
It's in great condition, and what's the seller is when Francis wound it up, and it did the full circle right in front of me. He had me at the first lap. How about 450?
450.
We're so close.
So close. I can do it.
450?
450.
All right. It's not scuffed up. It's in great condition. It works. I think it's worth at least $700. What about the Buck Rogers one? Buck Rogers was a pulp fiction hero from the 1920s that traveled through space. He started out in books, then he went to comic strips, then he went to the radio, then he went to television and video. He's been around for generations, so naturally, Marx licensed the character to make toys. What I liked about these is, they have flints inside of them. And what would happen is when you wound them up, it would have shot sparks out the back.
Flint will come out and hit you in the eyeball.
Something like that, yeah. I don't need anything hit me in the eyes.
Kids' toys today are digital. Whatever they're doing, they're not actually doing it because it's on a screen. These toys are cool because you had to have an imagination. Flying that through the air, winding it up, seeing the sparks shoot out, that was a big deal back then.
Hear that?
There you go, that's good. I like that. I like that sound.
Very high quality toys. They still run, just like they did back then when they made them. These toys are going to be running 60, 80 years from now.
Which one is rarer?
I would think this would be the earlier one.
Yeah. Both of them have some condition problems, but they're still very collectible. One's made in the 30s, one's made in the early 40s. Just to see a toy that's 80 years old and it still exists, these are the kind of toys you just can't find anymore. What would you have to have on this one? This one's it's got a little damage on it here. It's been played with on here,
Yeah, 450.
450. What would you do if I bought both of them?
900.
Ooh, that's that's still another 450. I mean, if they were mint in the box, yeah, then we'd be talking 500, 600. But the way the condition they are, I've got to get them for a cheaper price. Let's do like 650 or something.
650.
Yeah.
No, we could do 650.
How about 700?
When you're very little, you want to show off your toys. You know, you bring them over to your friend's house and you guys play with each other's toys and you might even do some trading. And that's where you learn to deal.
$7.75. They're yours.
$7.25.
So when Francis and Frank are going at it,
$7.50.
it just reminded me of that.
$7.35.
Okay.
All right.
I'll do it.
Okay.
It was awesome to see little Frankie in his element with Francis.
Francis, what can you tell me about the Charlie McCarthy?
But this reminds me of my first girlfriend.
It's a nice example of a Mark's toy. How about 150?
I can do it.
All right, you got it. What can we do on the car here?
It's in really great condition. It works.
When the bumper hits on the front, the heads pop up. How about 1,200?
Make it $1,250 is yours.
I mean, I don't come across this stuff. I think I can get 1,500 to maybe 1,800 out of it to the right guy. And now these toys you got here, these are same concept as Charles McCarthy.
Yeah.
Has the same motor, probably the same die cast, the same stamping and everything, just with different comic characters. What would you have to have for these 3 characters? Yeah, B.O. Plenty, which came from Dick Tracy.
With a nose like that, that has to be Pinocchio.
That's no lie. Then you have Dopey, one of the 7 dwarfs.
Like I could do maybe $6.75, but I think that would be the best.
You gotta do. This place is getting me junk drunk. Ooh, I can see motorcycles already. All right, be cool.
No, you be cool.
I will.
You be cool. I haven't seen Frank that nervous since he asked Mary Redmond to the 8th grade dance. Hey,
How you doing?
Hey, I'm Mike. Nice to meet you. Hi.
Frank.
Tim.
You talked to Danielle?
Yeah.
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 You okay?
I'm excited.
I'm
excited. as you
Frank,
are.
hand him a flyer.
What? Yeah.
Yeah. Over the last 8 years, Frankie and I have been very fortunate to meet some pretty famous people. William Shatner, Dan Auerbach, Jack White, Rick Nielsen.
Deal? Hell yeah. I love it.
And then all of a sudden, we got Tim Corwin, and Frank's like losing his mind.
I mean, I first seen you guys.
Yeah.
I seen you guys on American Bandstand.
That's right.
And then,
Yummy, yummy, chewy, chewy, down Little is Big, Barrel Still was our first.
what about Mercy?
Mercy, Mercy.
Remember that one?
My name is Tim Corwin. I was a drummer in the Ohio Express. I think we have more bubblegum hits in that type of music than any band. The Ohio Express is known as the Kings of Bubblegum. We had the first so-called bubblegum hits.
Well, when I was young, bubblegum was big, you know?
It's good stuff, though.
Yeah.
It's forever. As early as junior high, I started performing every weekend in a band that we had formed called Sir Timothy and the Royals, and then got picked up by an agency out of New York who then appointed us the name Ohio Express. And the first thing we did was Beg, Borrow, and Steal, and it was a hit. And ended up living in New York City and flying in and out all over. And we had fun.
What else you got to show us?
This is what you call mass insanity, I suppose.
Oh my gosh. You got a little bit of everything here.
Oh, yeah.
MGs.
These are fun cars. I had one
I
of these.
like my MGs.
You did?
They are fun cars, yeah, man.
He's got more sports cars, motorcycles, and planes. This place is packed. What do you got? Let's see. I see the planes. I see the planes.
I got everything.
Wow.
I got stuff everywhere.
I see that. Can I get an autograph?
Yeah.
Frank finally gets up the nerve to ask Tim for an autograph.
Frank? To Frank.
Something that he's been wanting to ask for all day long.
All the
To
best.
Frank. Oh, yeah. Oh, ooh, yeah. Ooh.
Cool.
Don't mess that
All right,
up. Let's
that's a
put that.
first. And Tim was more than accommodating.
I got a question, Tim. About this BSA here. What's the story on that?
That bike I got from a guy up in northern Ohio in a big old garage. He had a number of bikes, and it's a 1965 BSA Lightning 650.
All right.
Nice running bike. I
Is
rode
it an older restoration, or is that original
It's a very
paint?
old restoration. It actually will clean up pretty nice.
BSA was the largest motorcycle manufacturing company from the 1930s to the 1960s. BSAs are very collectible, and think about who owned it. Tim.
So what's neat about a 65 BSA is it was part of the whole British invasion. You know, not only were the bikes coming in, here comes the music. I mean, it just has it all around it. The British invasion, when the Beatles came along with I Want to Hold Your Hand, it was like, this music really is different and really strong. It just took you over. And then the Zombies and the Drugs and all these different bands. And then at the same time, the British came in with nice bikes. So the British invasion invited not only great music, but great vehicles.
Is this something you would sell, Tim?
I would sell that, yeah.
Does it have a title?
Yes, it does.
Has a title.
It's clear title, and it is fresh guts in that. It
what
needs
you said.
cleaned up, but
Sure.
I went through
Probably
the
have the carburetors cleaned out a
top.
little bit.
Yeah, you got to do the carbs. You know how that
It's a
works.
good-looking bike.
What would you have to have out of it, Tim?
What I've done to it and the way she sits right now with the cleaning and that, I'd say around 4.
Tim, you're kind of getting up there towards the retail. I mean, I see the choke is down here. It's got a little, you know, got some dirt
Aftermarket,
bike
yeah.
stuff on
Yeah.
it here.
She's got old gas.
No, it's super clean, man. I mean,
It's
look
clean.
at
It's clean. I
Oh, it's
know.
clean, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that. Mega clean.
I don't know.
How about at 35, I'll sign it for you.
There you go, Frank.
It's an original, that
I like it because it has a title. Plus, I get a double signature because it's in your name, right?
That's
title?
right. Yeah.
You got it. All right. Thanks, Tim.
All right.
Thanks,
That's
Tim.
my
I appreciate
baby.
it.
I've got another one.
You got another one just like it?
I got one at the shop.
Okay.
But it's a Thunderbolt.
A Thunderbolt.
One car.
People are gonna go, where'd you get this? And I'll go, hey, you ever heard of Yummy, Yummy, Yummy? That's who used to own it. If he's an old guy like me, a rock and roller, he's gonna know exactly who I'm talking about.